All right, here we go. Let's get it. Aswand, Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Got out here again today. Felt a little bit under the weather. Ankle bothered me a little bit, which led to me cutting it 3 miles prior to what I planned on doing. I planned on getting around. I said to myself, look, once I get to 3 miles, I'll see how the ankle feels. See if I can go to 6 or 8. Felt all right to start, and then as I got into the later miles, it started bothering me a little too much. Not only that, but been a little congested. Not making excuses, obviously. We don't do that here. Just letting you know why I decided to listen to my body today after the past 2 days have been somewhat successful in regards to rehabbing this swollen ankle I've been dealing with for the past week or so. You know, just getting it back, making sure I'm icing it regularly, icing it three times a day, and it's starting to warm up. But I think today, just the fatigue, between the fatigue and the little congestion I had, made it so, you know, again, you're gonna have days like this. It happens. The important stuff is that you get out here and get whatever it is you can get done. That's the point. That's the reason I make it a point to put these videos out right after the run, as close to when I'm finished the run as possible, so you understand this ain't about a bunch of talking in the Move Swiftly sports marketing world, this Move Swiftly sports management world. It's not about a bunch of talking. It's about, hey, whether you get the goal or you don't, you got up and you tried and you figured it out. It's about action. We're taking action here. That's what the whole brand is all about. Taking action, taking action, taking action. All right. As far as today's Move Swiftly thought, I'm gonna dive deep into, well, not deep, but I'm gonna dive a little bit deep, somewhat deep into it, probably on a later episode, or definitely gonna have several written articles about this entire topic, because you're starting to see results now. You're starting to see the results of the NFL not having a feeder system. All right, you're starting to see how bad things are getting, how protective they are of the players that are bringing in millions and billions of dollars. All right, you're starting to see how these contracts, how overpaying guys, how the draft and driving up prices on certain guys and having to pay them, and there's no ROI. You're starting to see a really bad business model. You're starting to see the kind of the proverbial chickens are coming home to roost, so to speak. All right, so recently in the news, recording this March 27, 2024, there were two new rule changes in the NFL. All right, the first one I think happened yesterday. They've adopted a new model for kickoff return. So the guys aren't going to be sprinting 50 yards anymore to tackle a kick returner. Now they're going to start on the 10, and you know, again, it quote unquote makes the game safer, so guys aren't running, you know, full sprints to hit certain offensive players, the return man, all that kind of jazz, right? Again, something that's going to benefit the offense, benefit the game, the part of the game in which we get to see more touchdowns, higher scores, you know, things that are going to help the offensive side of the football, the more marketable players, right? The more marketable players, the players that are bringing in the most revenue for the league, all right? That was the one that happened yesterday. The one in which we're going to dive into. I mean, I don't have necessarily a problem with that. I guess I understand I don't like it. I think it's kind of a waste of time to do that, but I guess I can sort of see why they made that rule change. But the one we're going to talk about today is this stupid ass. I mean, it's one of the stupidest things. Just fucking stupid. All right, plain and simple. There's no excuse for it. It's hard to believe that a group of 32 billionaire owners can agree to having a damn hip tackle taken out of the game. That's just fucking stupid, guys. I mean, like, there's no excuse for it. You guys, listen, if you've ever played the game of football, if you ever played defense, you know, look, guys are trying to dodge you. You're going to end up diving and trying to, you know, get their ankles and turn, and you're going to do whatever you have to do to just get them to the ground. I remember my linebacker coach telling me years ago, look, if there's one thing we're going to do as linebackers is we're going to get people to the ground. However we got to get them to the ground. Obviously, we're going to go for the form tackle and try to drive through them and all that. But listen, we're in a game, we're scrapping, we're trying to keep guys from getting to the first down, and now you're telling me if I stop a guy short of the first down and it's because I hip tackled him, if I stop a guy close to before the goal line and I end up winning my team the game because I hip tackled him, because I dropped my hip when I tackled him, then all of a sudden I get a penalty and the offense gets to get another play, or I don't, the team gets the first down, you're gonna give them the first down because I dropped my hip when I tackled them. That's just fucking ridiculous, and it's terrible. It's a terrible idea, and it brings me to the larger point, to the major point. I just don't believe that you get the smart owners, the billionaire owners that you have in the NFL. I refuse to believe that they would make a rule that is so absolutely ridiculous, without there being a bigger problem, right? That's my hope, that's my prayer, is that they wouldn't have come together as 32 billionaire owners and said, okay, this rule makes sense. There's actually a bigger problem, and the bigger macro problem to this whole thing is the lack of a feeder system. If the NFL had a feeder system, here's what they would be able to do. They would be able to test out these rules. When I say feeder system, I mean a league, not a league, but franchises in which are affiliates under the NFL, feeder franchises that are affiliates of the NFL, franchises that they get an opportunity to test out these rules during practice with a group of, again, feeder players, the guys that are trying out, see how it works, see how the market responds, see how NFL fans respond, see how things actually happen when you implement these rules, and then you bring them to the main stage, which is the NFL. But again, because you don't have a feeder system, then you have to test out these rules, and you're gonna get a lot of angry fans, you're gonna get a lot of people turned off by the game. Trust me, it's ridiculous, it's absolutely ridiculous. So again, the NFL, you gotta go to a feeder system if you wanna keep from losing billions and billions of dollars and losing a great product, or what once was a great product that you're diminishing and turning into just some corporate bullshit where offensive players are getting all these passes because you want offensive players to score more touchdowns. You want to do things and create rules to benefit the offense because you want to keep your pockets fat. That's ridiculous, all right? I'm just telling you, that's ridiculous. It just, again, feeder system. All right, feeder system, because I can go on a tangent about this very thing because I played, coached, and defensive guy. I'm primarily a guy that was on the defensive side of the football, and I just don't see where at all I can agree, or where at all this particular play where you take out the hip, it's just ridiculous that you would even think of doing something like that. So that's my take on the situation, all right? Main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work, MakeYaMove.com. That's MakeYaMove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand, Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.